Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to another video of Kneading with Franco. Today I'm going to show you the best sauce for pizza, the best tomato sauce that you can make for your pizza. So eventually you're going to create an amazing Neapolitan pizza, just like an authentic pizzaiolo in Naples. Let's have a look at what are your options. Are you in a rush? Well, then tomato passata is the best for you. What is the problem with tomato passata though? Well, tomato passata, the problem is that it's fine when you want to use it. It's fine because it's ready. It comes out of the box ready to be used, just to pour it on top of pizza. It's creamy, but there is a problem. The taste that it has, it's nothing even closer compared to, for example, some marzano tomatoes or peeled tomatoes, or even the pulp of tomatoes that they sell in the supermarkets. And let's just face it, sometimes the quality of passata, the majority of the times, the quality of passata that gets sold in the supermarkets is just not the best. Sometimes they might even use some tomato concentrate. Did you know that, right? So what's an alternative? Well, an alternative might be fresh tomato, of course, because the fresh tomato, it's the best that you can absolutely use, especially if you are homegrown or especially if it's fresh. But there is a but. The problem of the fresh tomato is that it releases a lot of water because obviously it's fresh. So when you put it on top of pizza, even when you crush it, or when you want to make a sauce out of it, it's not going to be creamy, unfortunately. It's going to be very, very liquid. So especially if you're cooking your pizza in an oven which reaches high temperatures, you're going to make a mess. So what do I recommend? Well, I recommend some marzano tomatoes. It's easy to find them in tins or sometimes even in bottles if you're lucky, or maybe if you are in Italy or if you are in the US. In the UK here, it's a little bit more complicated. But what if you can't find the some marzano tomatoes? Well, an amazing alternative would be, as I said already, the peeled tomatoes. They're fresh. They resemble a lot the taste of the fresh tomato, with the benefit though that they are less liquid. So the liquid is already dripped for you and they are ready to be crushed by hand. Yes, because the best method to make a sauce out of your some marzano tomatoes or your peeled tomatoes is to crush them by hand. Why? Well, because when you crush them by hand, you avoid squishing the seeds, you avoid destroying the seeds. Well, what is going to happen if you destroy the seeds? They release that retro taste, which is really sour, and you don't want to use it on top of your pizza because it will ruin the taste of your final pizza, especially if it is a margherita or a marinara. In a marinara, you will notice even more because the marinara doesn't even have the mozzarella. So do you really want to do that? So stay with me where I'm going to show you in this video how to crush the some marzano tomatoes by hand, how to add a little bit of ingredients to make the best sauce for your pizza, just like an authentic pizzaiolo. And if you watch this video till the end, I'm gonna tell you about a secret if you want to avoid crushing your tomatoes by hand. But before that, subscribe to my channel. It's easy, and it's just a matter of clicking the red button down below. If you want, you can also follow me on Instagram. You can find me there as Kneading with Franco. Some exclusive content is posted every day for you. That's it. In this video, I'm using La Fiammante some marzano tomatoes. I'm opening the can, and instead of removing the liquid, I am taking directly the pieces of tomato out of the can. This is really up to you. It depends on how liquid you want your sauce to be. In my case, I wanted my sauce to be as creamy as possible. So in this case, I avoided taking out all the liquid. I just wanted the pulp of the tomatoes, and that's it. I took another one and I'm removing the pieces of tomato out of the can. I'm adding 2 pinches of salt, just like that, and then some pepper. That's it. We are ready to crush by hand. A little bit of olive oil. I have to point out here that usually I use some basil as well. You can use some basil leaves if you want some extra flavor. And trust me, this is going to make so much difference in the tomato sauce for your pizza. Start crushing by hand all the pieces of tomato, just like I'm doing right now. And then crush them as much as you can.
Obviously, I already said that when you're crushing the tomato by hand, you cannot squeeze. There is no way how you can squeeze the seeds, and this is all beneficial for you because your final tomato sauce will be full of flavor and it will not be sour at all, because obviously the seeds are going to remain in there. They're going to remain intact because you're not going to physically manage to squish them. That's it. Keep on squishing by hands. What if you can't find any marzano tomatoes? Well, it's easy. As I said at the beginning of the video already, you can use some peeled tomatoes. They're just as good, and the flavor, their taste, they resemble the fresh tomatoes as much as possible, because sometimes the passata doesn't even taste like proper tomato. It tastes like something else. And usually, or sometimes, some company uses a little bit of percentage of concentrate of tomato, which is not real tomato, is not what we want. We want the authentic one, the one that they use in Naples. By following this, you're going to make a pizza which is going to be full of flavor. It's going to be really noticeable, especially when you make a margherita or a marinara, even better, because the marinara is just tomato sauce, some oregano and some garlic. That's it. There's not even the mozzarella, which might mask a little bit the flavor of the tomato. On a marinara, you're going to notice that this tomato sauce is going to be full of flavor. Enjoy it.
So what is the secret to have the best tomato sauce, but you don't want to crush them by hand? Easy. You can actually buy a stainless steel food mill or a moulin. You can buy this food mill, and the benefit of using a stainless steel food mill is that you are in charge of deciding what is the thickness of your tomato sauce. Do you want the sauce to be more thick because maybe you like the texture of your tomatoes on top of pizza? Fine. Don't mill them too much. Don't crush them too much. Another benefit is that maybe you still want your tomato sauce for pizza creamy and a little bit liquid, but without adding the extra liquid which comes by default inside the tin. So it's easy. With the food mill, you can achieve that by milling multiple times, by crushing multiple times your tomato, and you're gonna get the best tomato sauce for pizza. Thank you very much for staying with me till the end. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Just hit the red button below. Don't forget to like this video. And if you want, you can also follow me on Instagram. You can find me there as Kneading with Franco. There is some exclusive content that I post every day for you. See you there.